Have you ever looked around and wondered why it seems like some people just keep going, full of life and energy well into their 80s and even beyond, while others seem to slow down much sooner? It can be a little disheartening, can't it? You see people you know, perhaps friends or family, start to struggle, lose their spark, and it makes you think about your own future. There's this common belief that hitting 80 is almost like hitting a wall. And for many, sadly, it is. But what if it doesn't have to be that way? What if there are some surprising reasons why this happens? Things we might not even consider, that make a real difference. These aren't the usual suspects you might think of. In this video, we're going to explore 5 surprising reasons why most people don't live past 80 and, more importantly, what you can start doing today to change that trajectory for yourself. Stick around and watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you and perhaps change how you think about aging altogether. Let's start with the first surprising reason. And it's one that might catch you off guard because it doesn't involve doctors or diets directly. Yet it has a profound impact on how long and how well you live. It's something many of us, especially as we get older, find ourselves facing more and more social isolation. Now, you might think, isolation. That just means being lonely, right? What does that have to do with living past 80? But it's far more than just a feeling of loneliness. Chronic social isolation and loneliness aren't just unpleasant. They are serious health risks. Research has actually shown that being isolated can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Think about that for a moment. We spend so much time worrying about what we eat or whether we exercise, and rightly so. But the simple act of feeling disconnected from others can quietly erode your health in ways you might not even realize. How does this happen? Well, when we feel isolated, our stress hormones can remain elevated. Cortisol, the main stress hormone, when it's constantly high, can mess with almost every system in your body. It can increase inflammation, which is a silent culprit behind many age-related diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and even some forms of cancer. It can weaken your immune system, making you more susceptible to illnesses. It can impact your sleep, your digestion, and even your cognitive function. Loneliness can also lead to unhealthy habits. If you're isolated, you might find yourself less motivated to cook healthy meals, less likely to go for a walk, and more likely to just stay home, perhaps watching too much television or engaging in other sedentary activities. But it's not just about avoiding negative habits. It's about missing out on the benefits of connection. When you're connected to others, you're more likely to feel a sense of purpose, a reason to get up in the morning. You have people to share your joys and your sorrows with, which is incredibly important for managing stress and building resilience. Social interactions, whether it's a chat with a neighbor, a phone call with a grandchild, or joining a local club, stimulate your brain and keep you mentally engaged. These connections provide emotional support, practical help when you need it, and a sense of belonging that is fundamental to human well-being. Think about the blue zones, those areas around the world where people live significantly longer, healthier lives. What's one of the key common threads among these populations? Strong social networks and a sense of community. They aren't just living alongside each other. They are actively engaged in each other's lives. They have strong family ties, close friends, and often participate in community events or groups. This isn't just coincidence. It's a vital ingredient for longevity. So, what can you do about this? It's not always easy, especially if you've lost loved ones, moved, or faced other life changes that have reduced your social circle. But small steps can make a big difference. Could you commit to calling one friend or family member each week? Could you explore local community centers or libraries for groups or activities that interest you? Maybe a book club, a walking group, or a crafting circle. Even volunteering for a cause you care about can provide wonderful opportunities to connect with like-minded people. Don't underestimate the power of simple neighborly interaction. A wave, a quick chat over the fence, offering a little help. These seemingly small interactions weave a tapestry of connection that combats isolation. It's about being proactive, reaching out, and finding ways to weave yourself back into the fabric of human connection. This isn't just about feeling happier. It's a powerful strategy for adding healthy years to your life. Now, moving on to our second surprising reason. And this one relates to physical activity, but perhaps not in the way you might immediately assume. Many people understand that staying active is important as we age, but the surprising part is how many people stop moving enough. Or even worse, stop moving correctly, because they believe rest is best after a certain age, or they become fearful of injury. They might think, "I'm over 60, I should be taking it easy now," and slowly reduce their activity levels. This gradual decrease, day after day, year after year, has a significant cumulative effect that can dramatically impact health and longevity. It's not just about maintaining muscle mass, though that's crucial. It's about keeping your entire system functioning optimally. Think about the phrase, use it or lose it. It applies so profoundly to our bodies, especially as we age. When we become less active, our muscles start to atrophy, meaning they waste away. This leads to weakness, making everyday tasks harder, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, even getting out of a chair. This weakness increases the risk of falls, and a serious fall can be a turning point in health, often leading to a cascade of complications. But it's more than just muscle. Lack of activity impacts your cardiovascular system. Your heart doesn't have to work as hard, and over time, its efficiency can decrease. Your circulation slows, affecting everything from brain health to wound healing. Your bones can lose density, increasing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. Your metabolism slows down, making it easier to gain weight, which puts further strain on your joints and organs. The surprising twist here is not just the lack of movement, but sometimes it's the fear of movement or misunderstanding the right kind of movement. People might stop exercising completely because they had a minor ache, assuming it means they are too old or too fragile. Or they might stick only to gentle activities when they are capable of doing more, or vice versa. Try to do too much too soon and get injured. The key isn't strenuous, high-impact activity for everyone, though some might be capable of it. The key is consistent, appropriate movement that challenges your body just enough. This includes a mix of things, some form of cardiovascular activity to keep your heart and lungs healthy, like walking, swimming, cycling, some strength training to maintain muscle mass and bone density using resistance bands, light weights, or even your own body weight, and flexibility and balance exercises like stretching or Tai Chi to prevent falls and maintain range of motion. Getting started or getting back into activity can feel daunting. Where do you begin? The most important thing is to start small and be consistent. A 15-minute walk around the block every day is infinitely better than an hour-long gym session once a month. Find activities you actually enjoy so you're more likely to stick with them. Can you walk with a friend? Join a local walking group. Take up gardening. Try a gentle exercise class specifically designed for seniors. Many community centers and online platforms offer these. Listen to your body, but also gently challenge it. If you're unsure where to start, talk to your doctor or a physical therapist who can recommend safe and effective exercises based on your individual health needs. The goal isn't to become an athlete, it's to maintain functionality, strength, and balance so you can continue to do the things you love and maintain your independence for as long as possible. Overcoming the inertia and the belief that you must take it easy is a crucial step towards living a longer, more vibrant life. Continuing our exploration of these surprising reasons why many people don't live past 80, we come to our third point. And this one involves how we perceive and manage our health as we get older. The surprising factor here is the tendency to dismiss or simply live with chronic low-level inflammation and other minor health niggles. assuming they're just a normal part of aging and not worth making significant changes for. You might hear people say, "Oh, my knees always ache," or "I just live with indigestion," or "My blood sugar is a bit high." But it's not that bad yet. While some age-related changes are inevitable, accepting persistent discomfort or abnormal readings as simply old age without actively trying to mitigate them allows underlying issues, particularly chronic inflammation, to silently wreak havoc. Inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or infection. It's a crucial part of healing. However, when inflammation becomes chronic, a low-grade, persistent state of alert throughout your body, it's incredibly damaging. This chronic inflammation isn't usually something you feel directly, like a swollen joint from an injury, but it's happening at a cellular level, damaging tissues and organs over time. It's now understood to be a major driver behind many age-related diseases, including cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, arthritis, and even some cancers. What fuels this chronic inflammation? Several things, many of which we've already touched on or will discuss. Poor diet, especially processed foods, excess sugar, unhealthy fats, lack of physical activity, chronic stress, poor sleep. And yes, even social isolation can contribute. The surprising part is how accepting we become of the symptoms that signal this underlying inflammation or other developing issues. Things like persistent fatigue, digestive problems, minor aches that don't go away, or slightly elevated blood pressure or blood sugar that aren't yet classified as full-blown disease. We might take a pill to manage the symptom, but don't address the root cause. Taking these minor issues seriously is incredibly important for longevity. Addressing slightly high blood pressure now through diet and lifestyle changes is much easier and more effective than waiting until it's severe and you need multiple medications and are at high risk of a stroke or heart attack. Managing prediabetes can often prevent the onset of full diabetes, avoiding its widespread complications. Identifying the source of chronic indigestion could reveal dietary intolerances or other issues that, left unchecked, could lead to more serious gastrointestinal problems down the line. This isn't about becoming hypochondriacs or rushing to the doctor for every tiny twinge. It's about being attentive to your body's signals and being proactive rather than reactive. It's about understanding that while aging brings changes, persistent discomfort or worrying health markers are often signs that something needs attention, not just acceptance. This means not shrugging off that consistent fatigue or that persistent cough. It means getting regular checkups and discussing any concerns with your doctor, no matter how minor they seem. It means being willing to make lifestyle changes, diet, exercise, sleep hygiene, stress management, to address the root causes of inflammation and other health issues rather than just managing the symptoms. Being proactive in addressing these seemingly small things is a powerful way to prevent more serious problems from developing and to reduce the cumulative damage that accelerates aging and shortens lifespan. It's surprising how many people delay or avoid these crucial steps, effectively allowing preventable issues to snowball. Now, moving on to our fourth surprising reason. And this one delves into the realm of our inner lives, our minds, and our spirits. The surprising thing here is how often people underestimate the crucial role of mental and emotional well-being in physical health and longevity, and consequently, don't actively nurture these aspects of themselves. We focus so much on diet and exercise, which are undoubtedly vital. But if our minds are filled with chronic stress, anxiety, or a lack of purpose, it creates a significant drag on our physical health and can absolutely impact how long and how well we live. Chronic stress, in particular, is a silent killer. When you're constantly worried, anxious, or feeling overwhelmed, your body is flooded with those same stress hormones we talked about earlier, like cortisol. As we know, high cortisol over extended periods fuels chronic inflammation, weakens the immune system, raises blood pressure and blood sugar, disrupts sleep, and contributes to digestive problems. It creates a state of constant low-level emergency within your body, diverting resources away from essential functions like repair and regeneration. Living in this state day after day takes a massive toll and accelerates the aging process at a cellular level. But it's not just about stress. It's also about how we engage our minds and our spirits. As people retire or their children leave home, they can sometimes lose a sense of purpose or identity. This loss of direction can lead to feelings of emptiness, boredom, and even depression. A lack of mental stimulation can also contribute to cognitive decline. The brain, like a muscle, needs to be used and challenged to stay sharp. If you're not actively learning new things, engaging in problem-solving, or participating in mentally stimulating activities, your cognitive function can deteriorate faster. Think about people you know who seem to defy their age. Often, they are individuals who are actively engaged in life. They have hobbies, interests, and things they look forward to. They might be involved in their community, pursuing creative passions, or simply have a strong sense of curiosity about the world. This mental and emotional engagement isn't just a nice-to-have. It's a fundamental component of healthy aging. Having a purpose, no matter how small, gives you a reason to stay active, to connect with others, and to take care of yourself. Learning new things keeps your brain plastic and resilient. Managing stress and cultivating positive emotions helps to dampen that damaging inflammatory response. So, what can you do to nurture your mental and emotional well-being? It starts with recognizing its importance. Make time for activities that you find relaxing and enjoyable. This could be meditation, deep breathing exercises, spending time in nature, listening to music, or practicing mindfulness. Actively work on managing stress rather than just accepting it as inevitable. This might involve setting boundaries, learning to say no, or finding healthy coping mechanisms. Crucially, find things that give your life meaning and purpose. This doesn't have to be something grand. It could be volunteering, mentoring someone, pursuing a long-held hobby, learning a new skill or language, or simply dedicating time to helping family and friends. Challenge your brain regularly by reading, doing puzzles, playing games, or taking a class. Don't stop being curious about the world around you. Nurturing your mental and emotional health isn't a passive activity. It requires conscious effort and attention. It's about cultivating resilience, finding joy, and maintaining a sense of purpose. Ignoring this vital aspect of well-being is a surprising yet significant reason why many people don't reach their full longevity potential. Prioritizing your inner life is just as important, if not more so, than prioritizing your physical health. Now that we've explored the surprising impact of social connection, the importance of the right kind of physical activity, the necessity of addressing health niggles and chronic inflammation, and the crucial role of mental and emotional well-being, let's talk about the fifth and final surprising reason why most people don't live past 80. And this one ties all the others together in a powerful way. It's the surprising underestimation of the cumulative power of consistent, small, positive choices made daily versus waiting for or relying on dramatic, large-scale interventions or changes only when a health crisis hits. We live in a world that often celebrates big transformations, the massive weight loss success story, the sudden dramatic lifestyle overhaul. While these can be inspiring, they are often difficult to sustain long-term. The truly powerful engine for longevity isn't the occasional burst of effort. It's the steady, quiet hum of consistent, healthy habits practiced day in and day out, year after year. The surprising part is how many people miss this crucial point. They might think, well, I'm not ready to completely change my diet, or I can't commit to going to the gym 5 times a week. And so they do nothing, waiting for that perfect moment or a wake-up call from their doctor. But it's the small, Consistent actions that build resilience, prevent decline, and add healthy years. Think about it. A single sugary drink occasionally isn't going to derail your health, but having one or two every single day adds up to a significant amount of sugar and empty calories over time, contributing to inflammation, weight gain, and increased risk of diabetes. Similarly, skipping exercise for a day or two isn't a big deal, but skipping it most days becomes a habit of inactivity that leads to muscle loss, decreased cardiovascular health, and all the other issues we discussed. Conversely, think about the power of small positive choices. Choosing to walk for just 15-20 minutes most days, even if it's just around your neighborhood, adds up to significant physical activity over a year. Swapping out one sugary drink a day for water or herbal tea consistently reduces your sugar intake dramatically over time. Adding an extra serving of vegetables to your dinner plate most nights boosts your nutrient intake and fiber consistently. Spending just 10 minutes each day practicing mindfulness or deep breathing consistently helps manage stress. Calling a friend for a chat once or twice a week consistently maintains those vital social connections. None of these individual actions on their own feel like they would magically add years to your life. That's the surprising part, because taken together and practiced consistently, they create a powerful synergistic effect. They reduce chronic inflammation, keep your cardiovascular system strong, maintain muscle mass and bone density, support brain health, improve mood, and build resilience against illness. It's the compound interest of healthy habits. A small deposit made daily yields enormous returns over time. Many people wait until they have a major health issue, a heart attack, a diabetes diagnosis, a fall that results in a fracture, before they decide to make significant changes. At that point, while changes are still beneficial, they are often harder to implement, and the body may have already sustained considerable damage. The surprising key to living a long, healthy life isn't avoiding all health problems perfectly. It's about consistently making choices that build your body's and mind's ability to resist disease and recover effectively. It's about putting deposits into your health bank account every single day. So, what does this mean in practical terms? It means don't wait for a crisis. Start small. Identify one or two small changes you can realistically make and stick to consistently. Maybe it's that 15-minute walk, or adding one piece of fruit to your breakfast, or committing to calling a loved one every Sunday. Once that feels easy, add another small change. Build these habits gradually. Celebrate the small victories. Don't strive for perfection. Strive for consistency. Understand that these small daily decisions are not insignificant. They are the building blocks of a long, healthy, and vibrant life. Underestimating their power is a surprising reason many people don't live as long or as well as they could. We've talked about some truly surprising factors that play a huge role in how many years we get to enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life, and why simply reaching 80 can feel like a struggle for many. It's not just about genetics or avoiding major diseases. It's deeply intertwined with things we might not immediately think of: the profound impact of staying connected to others, moving our bodies in the right, consistent ways, paying attention to those seemingly small health signals like chronic inflammation, and actively nurturing our mental and emotional well-being, finding purpose and managing stress. And underlying all of it is the surprising power of making small, positive choices consistently, day after day, rather than hoping for big changes overnight or waiting for a health scare. Remember, reaching 80 and beyond isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. It's about maintaining your independence, continuing to do the things you love, enjoying time with your family and friends, and feeling vibrant and engaged with the world around you. And the encouraging truth is that so much of this is within your control. Regardless of your age right now, you don't need to completely overhaul your life tomorrow. Start with one small step inspired by what we've discussed. Maybe it's making that phone call you've been putting off. Maybe it's deciding to walk to the end of your street and back today. Maybe it's choosing water over soda with your next meal. Maybe it's simply taking 5 minutes to sit quietly and breathe deeply. These aren't just tips. They are pathways to building a more resilient, healthier, and happier you for years to come. The surprising truth is that the ability to live a long, healthy life isn't a secret held by a lucky few. It's the cumulative result of conscious choices and consistent habits that nurture both your physical body and your inner world. What did you find most surprising about today's topic? Or what is one small change you feel inspired to make after watching this? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Hearing from you is incredibly valuable and helps this community grow. If you found this video helpful and encouraging, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos dedicated to helping you live your best life at every age. Thank you for watching. Keep taking those small, powerful steps each day. Live your best life at every age.